Next, let's look at a very famous puzzle problem. So it's called a 12 coin problem. Okay. So there are 12 coins. So they all look identical in appearance. Okay. But we know one of them, only one, exactly one of the 12 coins is fake. But the fake coin, although from the appearance, you cannot distinguish from all the good coins, but there is one important measure that can tell it is fake. That is, the weight of the fake one is different from all the good ones, right? Okay. But here, although we know the weight is different, but we do not know if the fake one is lighter or heavier than a genuine one. We don't know that. That information is important. Otherwise, this problem will be much easier. Okay? Without knowing the fake one is lighter or heavier, that makes this problem much harder. Okay? Now, the requirement. You can use one balance scale to find the fake coin in 3 ways. But how to do it? How to find it? That's very challenging. Okay? So next, let's look at how to solve this problem. Because we have so many coins, 12. So it's a relatively big number. So that makes this problem hard to solve. So for this situation, frequently we can try to work on similar cases. Okay? We start with simple cases. So that would be much easier. Okay? So let's look at the simplest case. Consider 2 coins, 2-coin problem. 1 genuine plus 1 fake. Okay? So in this case, can we find the fake one in one way? Yeah. Because it's a small number. So you should not use more than 1 ways. Okay. If we place these 2 coins on the scale, uneven, as we expected, but it cannot give us any information which one is fake. Okay. So we cannot get an answer. We don't know if the fake one is lighter or heavier, so we cannot have answer for this case. But if we modify the requirement, modify a little bit, just add some extra information. Okay? Add a genuine reference coin. So you have a reference coin. It's a good one. If you have that, then you compare coin 1 and the reference good one. Okay? If uneven, you know which one is fake. Okay? So basically you have 3 cases. Okay? Uneven, 2 cases uneven, and third one even. Okay? So in the first case we know coin 1 is fake because you compare with the good one. Uneven, so it is fake. Case 2, coin 1 fake. Case 3, coin 2 fake. So that's a very simple case. So 2-coin problem can be solved easily. Next, let's look at 3-coin problem. Okay. 2 genuine plus 1 fake. Can you find the fake one in one way? So we can easily answer the question no. Yeah, because in this case, which one is fake? You cannot tell. Okay? Yeah. But let's modify the requirement. Add a little bit extra information. Okay? So what information do you want to add? The fake, if we know the fake one is lighter or heavier, okay? If we know that information, okay? So that information is what? Is valuable. Okay? If we know that, then when we compare, here let's assume the fake one is lighter. Okay? So we have two cases. In the first case, the lighter one, coin 2 is fake. The second case, coin 3 is fake. So we can solve 3-coin problem with small modification of the requirement. Then, 4-coin problem. 3 genuine plus 1 fake. But this time, we need 2 weighings, because definitely 1 weighing cannot solve this problem. Okay? So we can have 2 weighings. Then we compare coin 1, coin 2. So we have 2 cases, uneven, even. So in the first case, we know coin 3 and 4 are good. Case 2, we know coin 1 and coin 2 are good. Okay? Yeah. So for case 1, F in coin 1 and coin 2 group. Okay? Yeah. Then we can plus a good reference point. Just take one from 3 or 4. Okay? Then we can solve it, because it's a 2-coin problem. We have solved it. Okay? Yeah. Second case, we know F in coin 3 or coin 4. With a good reference coin from coin 1 or 2, we can solve it. Okay? So for 4-coin problem, we can easily solve it. Okay? So now we solve those 3 basic cases, coin 2-coin, 3-coin, 4-coin problems. Okay? Next, we are ready to solve 12-coin problem. Okay? So we use the divide and conquer idea. Okay? The idea, divide 12 coins into smaller groups. But how to divide? So that's not easy. Yeah. But we know. So that's the direction we want to go. Okay? No cases, 2-coin, 3-coin, 4-coin problem. No cases. Okay? Yeah. So we call them our comfort zone. That means if we encounter any of the 3 basic problems, we have confidence. We have the solution. So that's what we call comfort zone. Okay? All right. Now, how to divide? So when we use our first weighing to divide 12 coins into smaller groups, so here, let me consider the general situation. So we put a scale here, put a balance scale here. And the first weighing, we split 12 coins into several groups. Okay. The first group, left group, the coins you place on the left side of the scale. Right group, and third group, off group. So, not on the scale. Okay? Yeah. So you will have these 3 groups. But we know left group and right group must have the same number of coins. Otherwise, meaningless. Okay? Yeah. Will not be helpful. Okay? So they should have the same number of coins. Now, let's split number 12 into sum of 3 numbers. Okay? Yeah. So a natural way is 4 plus 4 plus 4. Although you have other split, but this one is the most balanced split. Okay? Yeah. So here we use another frequently used principle we call balancing principle. So that means when you make a decision, so divide, something, a set of objects into groups. Okay? Yeah. So usually the balanced way has the smallest overall cost. Okay? So that's a principle. Okay? Yeah. So if you distribute the objects in an unbalanced way, okay, so usually there is a group has more objects than other groups, then that group corresponds to the highest cost. Okay? So if you make all the groups as balanced as possible, then you reduce the overall cost. So that's the principle. So here we use that. Okay? 4-4-4 split. So next, let's work on this 4-4-4 split. First case, okay? Even case. So on the balanced scale, left 4, right 4, they are even. Second case, uneven. Okay? So let's look at each one. The first one, we have conclusion F in group of coins 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's easy to see. Yeah. Second, F in the 8 coins on the scale. Okay? Yeah. In the first case, we use one weighing. We can reduce the 12 coin problem to 4 coin problem. So that's a big step forward. 12 to 4, big improvement, just one weighing. Okay. Then we use the remaining 2 weighings to solve that 4 coin problem. We have that solution. So it's in our comfort zone. So we get it. Okay? The second case, using one weighing, we reduce the 12 coin problem to 8 coin problem. Okay? So the next question is, how can we find the fake one in 2 weighings? Still 2, but you need to find the fake one in that 8 coin group. Okay? So compare with 4 coin group, both you need 2 weighings. It looks not realistic. You double the number of coins, but you still use 2 weighings. It looks not that realistic, but it's possible. Why? Because here we have important information. The uneven information is very useful here. We have that. We know 1, 2, 3, 4. This group is heavier than the group of 5, 6, 7, 8. That information is very important, very valuable. So that's why that information can help us using another 2 weighings to find the fake one. So let's look at how. Okay, all right. So how to do it? How to divide those 8 coins into smaller groups. Okay, yeah. So here we need to split the number 8. Okay, split into groups. Okay. So the natural split, so here, remember 3 groups, left side, right side, off side. Okay, yeah. 3 plus 3 plus 2. Because we have already studied 3 coin case, 2 coin case. So all in our comfort zone. Okay? 3 plus 3 plus 2. That split is pretty natural. Okay? So to be more specifically, the first 3 group, coins 2, 3, 4 is, our first group. Second group, coins 6, 7, 8. The remaining coin 1 and 5, third group. Okay? Yeah. So let's look at how we can use just 2 weighings to find a fake one among 8 coins. Okay? So let's spend our 2 weighings wisely, efficiently. The first weighing, what is the goal for the first weighing? The first weighing will help us to achieve this goal. Okay? Locate F in one of the 3 groups. Okay? One of the 3. So which one contains this F coin? Okay. One way we want to do that. Then the second way we want to do this, find F in that group. But that can be done. We already studied. Okay? We have that result. So the main step is locate F in one of the 3 groups in one way. So that's our next step. But this step is the hardest one in this whole problem. The hardest one here. You need to use creative thinking. Okay? So you need to split those coins creatively. Okay? So let's look how to do it. Okay. First, let's separate coin 1 from coins 2, 3, 4. Then separate coin 5 from coins 6, 7, 8. And separate coin 12 from coins 9, 10, 11. Then we move them around in this way. First, lift coins 6, 7, 8 off the scale. Put aside. Okay? Second, move the group 2, 3, 4 to the right hand side of the scale. Third, move the group 9, 10, 11 to the left hand side of the scale. Then we spend our second weighing. Then we have 3 cases. So let's look at those 3 cases. The first case, even case. Second case, uneven, left hand side is heavier. Third case, uneven, right hand side is heavy. So let's solve each case. The first one, F is in the group 6, 7, 8. That's obvious. Okay? So if we look at the original state, okay? Yeah, the uneven state, 6, 7, 8 group is at lighter side, lighter side. Okay? We know they contain a fake coin, but they are lighter than the normal coins. That tells us the fake one is lighter. Okay? Yeah. So we have a 3 coin problem, and we also know the fake one is lighter. That problem has been solved. So we have that solution. So we solved the first case. So now the second case. So this time we can conclude F is in the group 1 and 5. Why is that? First, F cannot be in group 6, 7, 8. Okay. Second, F cannot be in group 2, 3, 4. Why? Because if we look at the original state, 2, 3, 4 at the left hand side and make the left side heavier. But now when we move to the right hand side becomes lighter. If 2, 3, 4 group contains a fake one, that's impossible. Okay? A fake one, you cannot, in the first way, you make this one side heavier. The second way, you make one side lighter. That's impossible, contradiction. So that's why the group 2, 3, 4 cannot contain the fake one. So the remaining group, so F can only be in the group 1 and 5. And for this case, because we have plenty of good reference coin, so we just take one of them and we can solve this problem. Okay? Now the last case. In this case, because the group 2, 3, 4 make the right side heavier, so we know this group contains the fake one. Okay? And we also know the fake one is heavy. With that information we did before, so we have the solution. Okay? So we can use one way to find the fake one. Okay? So now, to put all the things together, we can find a solution in 3 ways, because we consider all the possible cases. Okay? So we find a solution. Okay? So we finish this problem. All right.